from Growth and Development Nation.
Oh, okay.
So I don't have to clean that up. That's Angel Bay job to clean that shit up. Right? That's him, T. Rogers, Tides. That's their job to clean that up. That's not my job. Only reason why I'm even mentioning them is because they the ones got infiltrated. Right? So because the Red House got infiltrated and they changed the name from Amaru to Moore so that we can match them as Moray, we ain't the same motherfuckers.
Hold on. Can you go back? Say that over again.
So we are Amaru.
The Marocans. Is that what they? I think I heard somebody say Marocans or something at one time.
Look, Amaru is AMUUR. We used to call this land the Amur Inca. Right? And they came over here and they was something called Moray. M-A-U-R-I. The word M-O-O-R is a new word in the dictionary. It's not 500 years old. It's not older than Columbus's voyage to this land. Right? But when you look at it, it's going to take you to varying different etymological sources of the word. Because that's what you call a catch term. The catch term is used to group a group of people that don't match all under one banner so that you can deceive the ones who you're trying to deceive.
Oh, okay.
Right? So we not all Moors, but the tribes that the Moors infiltrated is the what we call righteous Moors, and the infiltrators is the ones we call the dirty Moors. Right? Now, I don't have to deal with them. That has not, like, for instance, Jay Prince was having the issues with Whack 100. Jay Prince not supposed to say nothing to him. He supposed to go talk to his elders, his OGs. They sit his ass down and they tell him, nigga, you doing too much. And that's how we resolve that matter without causing a bloodbath on the land. Because all of the OGs know exactly what's going on the land. But if you don't know how Cali move, you won't know what Cali doing. Right? But because I know the culture, I can read the culture, whether it's in California, New York, Miami, New Orleans, right? I can read Atlanta, I can read the culture. So I know where we at, and I know where the motherfucking imposters at. I know it wasn't no pale-skinned motherfuckers that infiltrated the Nation of Islam. I know it wasn't no pale-skinned motherfuckers that infiltrated the Moorish Science Temple. I know it wasn't no pale-skinned motherfuckers that infiltrated the UNIA of Marcus Garvey. Right? I know that it wasn't no pale-skinned faces that slid under Du Bois. Right? I know this because I'm watching the whole shit play out. And then they leaving clues in their literature. Remember, we ain't never supposed to learn nothing.
Exactly.
Miseducation of the Negro, Carter G. Woodson. Right? So what's the remedy? From miseducation to education. Right? Well, we can't let the enemy educate us and think we're going to use that shit to get free because he's never going to teach us what we need to know to overthrow him.
Yeah.
So we're going to always be bickering back and forth on a menial level. Right? All of the people that's coming out trying to attack Rod Hayes is the motherfuckers that don't know shit. They don't know they don't know their asshole from a hole in the ground. They don't know shit from Shinola. But they telling me that I don't know what I'm talking about, but I got more receipts on my Facebook page alone without never going to my Instagram than all of them motherfuckers batched together. All my receipts is there. So they don't want to go check the receipt because now I'm just on a, hey, I did this shit, wake up, it's over. And now they trying to tell the people, just go back to sleep. That nigga don't know what he talking about.
That's what half of them doing.
That's how you know the difference between them and us. If they want us, you know what they gonna say? Let me see what this motherfucker talking about, because that shit right there sound too motherfucking suspicious not to look into. Right? That's how we move. They don't move like that. The way they move, shut him down at all costs. Shut him down. Shut that nigga down. He gonna tell it. He gonna wake up the sheep. right? But our people is the ones like y'all. Hey, Ryan, come over here and talk to us about this situation. Let me look a little deeper into what you're talking about, so I can see if it resonate on the right frequency of the matriarchs, right? And then when I started talking to y'all and y'all telling the motherfuckers that's watching, hey, this exactly what my elders told me, or this is the same way that a spirit told it to me, or however y'all get ready to synchronize the information. Y'all know the difference in a motherfucker that's making some shit up and a motherfucker that know what he talking about.
Mm-hmm. You can always tell.
So my mama said, wise women get wise counsel, but a damn bitch will lead you to hell. Right? So when they start doing that slimy shit, I know they not one of us.
So
like Muhammad said, the last trick the devil gonna do is to freely give you his woman. I don't want that bitch. She don't believe, she don't hold the yoni sacred. I can't do nothing with her.
Please say that one more. They don't understand that. They don't understand that.
Our women hold the yoni sacred. And it don't matter which one of y'all house I go over. If a woman come in there smelling, she got to go. She can't stay up in here.
That part.
What you mean? She ain't right. What you mean she ain't right? A woman just know. That's what y'all say. A woman just know something ain't right. She gotta go.
Yep. So I know, you know, us over here been going back and forth with the term Aboriginal. So can you expound on that for us a little?
The word Aboriginal is a compound word. Ab means heart. It's an Egyptian word. Or is or energy, which is source energy. Mm-hmm. The long form of or energy is orgon. The Meta Center, Dr. Delbert Blair goes into a long, lengthy lecture on or energy and how it works. So the or energy of the heart, I mean, we talking mitochondrial source energy. We talking about big mama energy. Right? Okay. So when they saying Aboriginal, the suffix is just tying you to the original heart and the original energy,
which is earth.
Yeah.
That's what I tell her. And she knows her children.
She knows her children. Yep.
Yep. She definitely do. Yep. Look, so when the grid finished flipping, because if y'all been watching the Schumann, it's been off the chain. Mm-hmm. Right? That's what they flipped on y'all. They flipped the grid, the electromagnetic grid of the earth, because it's supposed to be a Shu and Tefnut grid. But they got it on the frequency of Shu and Men, two masculine deities.
Uh-huh.
That's some gay shit.
I was just telling my sister, and I said, y'all don't understand these people. These people really believe in man and man.
They do.
Well, that's only for military conquest, and they know this. Any man that get anally penetrated is no longer fit to rule. They know that. It's written in their doctrine. So that's why they don't play that shit. They'll murder your ass. Mm-hmm. Right? Because they know that by violating the boys, that make them unfit rulers. So what's going to happen? They're going to rupture the root chakra. When the upper light shines down to the root chakra, it's going to give them what you call broken light refractions. When this broken light refractions get to the brain, it's going to cause some shit called schizophrenia. They know what they're doing. All of that shit by design. Babylonian sex magic.
So I know a lot of us, and I know you've seen us go back and forth with the Native Americans. Can you break down for those in the chat that might not know how they got here and why they're standing in our place?
Okay, so earlier we mentioned the Dawes Roll is where they did the Great Switch. When you go back to the history books, it tells you that when all of these ships was coming from Europe, they was bringing servants and indentures. But they're not telling you who they were. You got to go back to who Rome fought wars with, because the winner of the war subjugate the loser, and he become their servant, prisoners of war, right? So what they end up doing was they brought Huns, Mongols, and Vedics, what we call Hindus today, and they brought them over here to pass off as what we call today a Native American or Indian, right? Now, they say Columbus was lost and he was looking for an alternate trade route to India. Ain't that what they told us? India wasn't India until the 1900s. So where in the fuck was this motherfucker going? Right? So they brought them over here as they indentures and as they servants. And during the Trail of Tears, they erased us, reclassified us as Negroes, blacks, and coloreds, and they wrote them in as Native Americans and Indigenous Americans. It was all the paper genocide right there. And the reason you know this is because they got some of our culture, and then they got some of the Mongolian culture, and they got some of the Han culture. Right? So when you looking and you looking at the cultures, you're gonna know them motherfuckers ain't us. Right? We didn't have a problem with them because some of them agreed to help Big Mama to restore the land, but other ones wanted to be classified as free white persons in law. So they took sides with the invaders. They took side with the people that brought them over here.
And that's why I was telling people like that. They always want to bring up the picture. These are the people of the land. They always been here. I said that was a whole props, nigga. These niggas lived dressed up and when they took pictures.
That's what it is. Look, we didn't live in teepees.
Nope.
We took teepees camping with us. But what they've been showing us is a teepee. What they've been showing us is teepees. That shit came from Mongolians.
Yep.
You can go pull them up, Mongolian tent.
Yep.
And you can see them. That's their shit.
They're just like we brought that up too about the teepees. We didn't live in we invented the long houses, and not only that, the teepees are tents. That's all the fuck they are. Yeah. When we went hunting, we had to have somewhere, or we was traveling from one end to another. We had to have something to sleep in, and they showed you this. This is what I mean. This is nothing. They ain't invent no damn tent. Look, all that they mimicked everything that we had.
I'm sitting here looking at these teepees talking about shit. Big Mama house was, y'all call that motherfucker the big house, the plantation house. That was Big Mama house.
There you go.
These motherfuckers just moved in there and just took it up on themselves to live there.
Now, I did find out from, like I said, I have a lot of friends that are Moors, and they don't try to push their thing on me, and I don't push my stuff on them. But they did tell me when they used to call, the high yellow house nigga that they always want to talk about, that house, which, everybody wasn't high yellow, their own houses back then. When they got behind in Texas, because they used these pale skins on their land, they didn't know they were signing fucked up contracts with this government. They got behind and they swear they will come and take them and put them in jail and move that motherfucking pale skin into their house. And when he came out of jail, that pale skin was still in his house. So he still lived in his house as well.
Look, this is what they did. This is exactly what they did. Mm-hmm. When we traveled across the land, we was dropping children and women off at Big Mama house. Mm-hmm. And the soldiers went to fight in the Seminole Wars or the Gullah Wars. While we was down there fighting, right, the Louisiana Purchase gave them backdoor access to us. Mm. So when they came in through the back door, them go back to Django, right? Remember Samuel L. Jackson played that Negro?
Yeah.
He was the plantation owner, but he used the pale faces so that the ones in the field wouldn't turn on him. Ah. And every time he got kicked out, because the pale faces, when they realized what's going on, they always turned on that house nigga. Mm-hmm. So what'd he do? He run out to the field, gather us up to overthrow the plantation, and then he go tell on us.
Sound like some nigga shit that's going on right today.
That's what they did. Right?
Ain't nothing changed. They still doing the same thing. Always somewhere trying to climb the ladder.
Yeah. So they was poisoning the priestesses. Right? They was lynching and murdering the chiefs. This is all of them people that they was murdering was strategic. Well, none of them motherfuckers haphazard. All that shit was strategic. So if we not looking at it from a military angle, we gonna miss everything.
Do you know about the Titanic?
That was to get rid of the ones who didn't agree with the Federal Reserve System.
A lot of people think it was Caucasians that went under, well, pale skins that went under, but those was our people that went under. Because those was those filthy rich people that didn't want to agree with that shit they was trying to do.
They gave them all them free trips. How you gonna run into an iceberg that's bigger than your ship?
That part.
Oh, we didn't see it till we got right up on it.
Boy, I'm telling you, I'm sure learning a whole lot today.
I learned that on listening to Attention this one. And then I went and started digging. I was like, wow, these people are, oh, baby. When they say a dog
it's all military.
It's
all military, and it's smart as hell if you the oppressor.
Yeah.
Because the oppressed never understand what you're doing to them, so they chasing their tail the whole time. I ain't good at chasing my tail.
Exactly.
I don't got one.
Say that again.
I'm a gorilla. Gorillas don't have tails.
I don't call myself. Is that your clan? Gorillas is your clan?
That's my tribal totem.
Oh, okay. Because yesterday I got my lie got taken down because they always say that we came from monkeys and they show us and you know they disrespect us so bad. Talking about go back to Africa, you ain't nothing but a monkey. So I pulled up images of them with fur all over their faces, all over their bodies. They call trichosis. And I look for us because I want to make sure. And then before I go and live and do this, I want to make sure we ain't in the mix in here. We wasn't in the mix in there. That was the only reason why they took my video. They didn't strike me, but they said it can't be shown in America. Oh, because you've been lying the whole time. I told people what you have to do is connect the dots. Now, clearly, if you said we derived from the monkey, we should be the people with the fur on our ass, right? Because we're the closest thing to the monkey. Now, why we ain't the people with the fur on our ass, but they are?
Well, I done seen some hairy niggas.
Yeah, I done seen people with this hairy and fur, two different things.
Yeah, but what she's talking about, their bodies are fully covered. I mean,
covered like Yeti.
Yeah.
Like Yeti.
But you know, a bunch of white scientists have admitted that that they do have animal DNA, and that's why their hair is that way. A lot of scientists.
All humans are composites of every species on the planet.
Yep, they
that's how we can tap into the totem animal and talk to the totem animal, because all we got to do is tune into that frequency.
Well, you know, the natives claim that that's them. They don't want to tap into I thought y'all ain't tapping in.
I gotta think about that, Rod.
Look, Coco the gorilla was smarter than half these motherfuckers that we trying to wake up.
Bubbles. I done literally seen a little monkey. Yeah, and you're right. I literally got a video on my page of a little monkey snapping beans. I'm talking about like picking beans and throwing it in the. I said, well, damn.
Look, Coco the gorilla said Mother Nature is in distress and y'all fucking this shit up. Y'all need to help Mother Nature.
Facts. That's what we here for. That's why we the stewards of the land. We supposed to help her.
Yep. And we can't help it because the frequency gonna wake us up.
Yeah.
And when we wake one of us up, he gonna wake all of us up because he's gonna tell you all the story over and over till you get it.
Exactly.
right?
That's how they did us with predictive programming, feeding us lies over and over and over till you eventually start thinking, because they fed it to you for so long, you eventually created it that it's real. Because why would lie to me? Well, why wouldn't they not lie to you? They took everything from you.
Mm-hmm.
Look, that's just an asinine question. Why would they lie to me? Because they want to be who you are and they want to have what you got. You just don't know what you got, so you don't know how to recover what you already got. So you crying and bitching because you suffering because you don't got your own shit. Soon as you get your own shit, you can't suffer no more.
Exactly. And see, people want to make like, the racism is just running so rapid in America. That's so quote unquote, it's prejudice. It ain't racist, it's prejudice. That's
racism is a military structure. It's definite. Okay. It's a military application of a caste system.